Hey guys, this is Sandra with Willow 57. Hope this finds you all doing well. I had told you guys in my last video that I was going to be working on this. This is an old vintage ledger book that I removed all of the ledger paper that I would use in other projects and have been using for a while. But I love this cover, and I have loved it since the day that my husband found it for me at a thrift store. And I have wanted to do something with it for a very long time, and I finally did. As I've stated in previous videos, I have been really getting into more art, not just journals. So I've been doing some art and different things. Well, I'll show you. I showed you in the last video, but I have some altered books that, I do art in. I do have, art journals that are, well, let me show you this. I have actual art journals as well, but I really like working on paper that has some kind of texture and different kind of backgrounds. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So anyway, without further ado, I told you in my last video that when I got it done, I would do a quick flip through for you. This is made with Franken paper. I did not come up with that term. I'm not really sure where I heard it the first time. Maybe Nick the Booksmith, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just a word that, you take paper and you make something else out of it, more paper out of it, basically. And the term was Franken paper, and I loved it. I thought that was such a great name for it. I have already started in this journal, as you can see. This is my first art piece. And the papers are just made from scraps that I have. Most of them have been coffee dyed and grunged, but you will see as we go through this book that some of them have not. And literally all you do is glue them together. This has not been coffee dyed, obviously. I will go through, I have yet to do it, but I will go through on all these pages and put a good layer of clear gesso on them, because some of the papers are thicker than others, but some of them are really thin. And with everything that I want to use these for, gouache, mainly watercolor, some of the papers cannot withstand a lot of water. So I will go through and put a clear gesso on these pages. But as you can see, it's just a variety of different papers that was in my stash that now I have made into this art journal. And as you can tell, it's huge. It is, let's see, it is 15 by 21, possibly 22 when it's open. No, 21 and a half. So as you can tell, it is a giant book that, I love to do faces, but I also love to do flowers and vases, and I like to do scenes. Let me show you an example that I did this morning. Like a story almost. This is, I named this one May's Place, and in my mind, May is a new owner of a restaurant. And this is a picture of her in her restaurant. See, I like doing backgrounds and different things. So I'm going to do some of that in this book as well, but probably mainly faces. That is my favorite thing to do. So anyway, you get the point. I just love this journal. I love everything about it. And I can't make up my mind if I like the bright pages or the kind of muted pages better. I guess they both have a purpose. But anyway, that is my new art book that I told you I would do a flip through for you. But the main thing that I wanted to do today is I am, grossly behind in my scrapbooking, my junk journaling. I just finished this one, and it goes from May to September of 2025, and I just finished it. So I had to make a new one for the last 5 months because I'm that far behind, which is no big deal. I do that periodically. So anyway, this is my strawberry shortcake. My granddaughter and I last summer kind of just had a strawberry shortcake themed summer, and you'll see a lot of that in here. And so, being that that was so, I went ahead and did a strawberry shortcake junk journal for that season. All right, so here's my information. This is just a page about me, picture of me, and it has some journaling on the back of this card about me. And then my youngest daughter published a book. It is on Amazon, available on Amazon. It is an amazing book. Everybody who's read it has just been blown away. She's an amazing writer. So this is when she did that, we went and celebrated as a family. This was a day my grandson came over for a play day. And then playing. There's most of my books, my junk journals are about my grandchildren, and I don't apologize about that. This is another day he came over and we did bubble art together, and they played in the water. This is a day me and my granddaughter went for a walk in the woods. There is a lot of their art in my journal, my junk journal. This is a day that my daughter-in-law invited me and Aurora to come with her to the splash pad, a local splash pad, and so we did. We found a snake in our yard. One night in May, we had a storm, electricity went out. That's my granddaughter playing with the lights. Those are my babies. In May of last year, my granddaughter accidentally pulled down a shelf in my craft room and a bunch of stuff got broken. And thankfully, she was okay. But it caused me to do a reset kind of in our room and put things up higher to where grandbabies can't reach it. This is me and my dog. We go up on the local mountain and watch the fireworks, usually every year. A lot of times my whole family comes, but this year it's just me and him. So we went up and watched the fireworks on the mountain. And that way you're a great distance away from them too, and they're not loud, and so he doesn't get scared either. This is a day we did art on the patio, me and my granddaughter. This one right here was my dad's birthday. My dad has passed away several years back. But every year on his birthday, I do something to honor his memory. And this year, I took my grandkids, my husband and I took my grandkids to get pizza and ice cream, which was two of my dad's favorite things. This was, like I told you, strawberry shortcake theme. And my granddaughter and I both wore our strawberry shortcake outfits to go town to do some grocery shopping and whatnot. So I just documented that. This was a day that we went out and had a fairy party. My granddaughter's idea to have a fairy party out in a area that we call Hippie Town. It's just a place in the woods where we like to go and hang out and be in nature. This is my grandson's coloring. This was when my granddaughter turned 5. She had a Minnie Mouse themed birthday. This is some of her art. This was some more of her art, and this is a day that my husband and I and my mother and father-in-law all matched at church, and so I wanted to get a picture of that. This is a day we went to the river, took my dog. He got a pup cup from a local coffee shop. I just did some Pinterest boards, inspiration boards for some of the stuff I was doing. This is just various things that I got this year. This pops up. This is a coloring page that I did with markers, just for fun. Not while I was watching TV. And some random stuff. This is my granddaughter drew a picture of me shopping with a shopping cart. This was the fair. We took our grandkids and had fun with that. Some more of their art. This one's really cute. My granddaughter came up with a land. She's very creative. And she came up with a world called Funish Poppy World, where everything, you can only wear pink or red to Funish Poppy World. And so anyway, it was fun on Google. I said, okay, Google, let's pretend Funish Poppy World is a real place. And it came up with this whole definition of what Funish Poppy World is. Let me give you a few examples. It's just fun. In Funish Poppy World, you might encounter jelly bean rain. Instead of water, it rains delicious multi-flavored jelly beans. Wobbly bridges. They sway and jiggle with every step. Tickle trees with branches that gently tickle you as you walk by, leading to uncontrollable fits. And anyway, it's just a really cute what Google came up with about her imaginary world, Funish Poppy World. So that was fun. This was a day that we went for a hike, and then we went for a drive. Our local lake is being renovated. They had a leak in it and had so they had drained it. So we went and checked on that, saw what that looked like. In September, we went on a trip. My husband and I, my youngest daughter and granddaughter, got to go on a trip to see our oldest daughter and her husband, who live in part of the year anyway. They live in Skagway, Alaska, and so we went and visited them. That was the first time ever in Alaska. So I do have an entire junk journal dedicated to just this trip that I think I've done a flip through on here already But these are some of the extra pictures I had and stuff from that, so I put them in this journal as well. Here is another strawberry shortcake day. My granddaughter decided it was strawberry shortcake day, and so we did. We went and got decorations, and we dressed in strawberry shortcake, and we had strawberry shortcake to eat. We just had a whole strawberry shortcake day. Everything was strawberry shortcake day. So that's how I documented that. This was my oldest daughter, like I said, lives in Skagway, and so her and my granddaughter are pen pals, and so that was her getting some pen pals. This right here was a picture that my granddaughter took by herself. I gave her one of my old phones, and I took everything off of it. Only thing she can really use it for is pictures. And she took a picture of herself with her eye through this paper towel, and it just was such a cool picture that I ended up painting it. This was a game night that we had with our family. This was a local event called the Rod Run. That I didn't get any pictures of the cars because there was live music, and that's mainly what we went for, is live music. This was up on our mountain again. It was a really foggy day. Some more of my grandkids' art. And this is another strawberry day, our strawberry summer. We'd gotten that Care Bear splash pad. Documented that. This was a tea party that we had. Some more of their art. Of course, since we were having the strawberry shortcake summer, we absolutely did the strawberry moon. It was on June 10th. And so this was a little thing that I got off the internet about strawberry moons and what they mean. And so we went up on our local mountain that night to watch the strawberry moon rise, and we had strawberries to eat. It was a really good time. This was a toy that I bought my grandson. It was a really cool story about that. The grandkids playing in the water, a bunch of their art in here. A birthday party for my brother-in-law. He had a big splash pad for the kids to play in. This was a family dinner night, and the kids are outside. We all hung outside. This is when Sonic had their unicorn drink last summer, we missed it. And when I had went to take my granddaughter to go get one to try it, it was a weird thing in town. Like, all the electricity in our town had went out for some reason. And so we couldn't, a lot of the places were shut down because they didn't have electricity. So I had promised her this drink, this unicorn drink. So I was like, okay, well, we'll get a different kind of drink. We ended up going to 3 different towns because all the electricity all around us was out. We ended up in the 3rd town, finally found a gas station that had generator power, so they were up. And so I just bought a bunch of different kinds of drinks. I bought a strawberry melon drink, a cream soda, and then sour candies. And we made our own drink, and we ended up calling it the Minnie Mouse. So who needs the unicorn? We got the Minnie Mouse. We make fairy soup every year. This is working out. She was helping. We had a tree removed in our yard, so we were cleaning that up. And then she got to play after she helped do that in the water. This is a local event called Lum and Abner that we have in our town that we always go to. It has live music, has arts and crafts, has food vendors and different stuff. And so we all got together and went to that. This was another day that my daughter-in-law was getting some work done on her vehicle, so I went and picked her up and spent the day with her waiting on her vehicle to get fixed. And so we did some fun stuff. Care Bears. This was introducing my granddaughter to Care Bears because it was part of my childhood. This is another walk in the woods and the things that we found. We are avid mushroom finders, and so we went hunting for mushrooms and took a bunch of pictures. And we had a friend, the frog. Some more different things. This was my daughter-in-law's birthday party. This comes out. That's what it is. So this was from her birthday party. And the picture, we always try to get a family picture at everybody's birthday. This was my son's birthday. He is our American boy. And so we always do his birthday every year in America themed. Red, white, and blue. He's all American. And with our family pictures. This was a tea party out in our hippie town. We had to wear hats and the whole shebang. This was a rain day, and the kids played outside in the rain. This is a day we went to a town that's about an hour away from us, and they have giant willow trees, which Willow 57, I love willow trees, so we went and hung out underneath the willow trees and went out to eat. It's a peach dessert that I made after strawberry summer was over. That was in August. Another play day, a day that we took a ride and went to a creek and just enjoyed the day. This is every year my husband goes into a pond that we have here near our property that has water lilies. They're my favorite flower. And every year he goes and picks me some. And so I always document those. Some more of their art. This was stuff from Mother's Day. I made my daughter and daughter-in-law some magnets with pictures from the kids. I made my grandson into a dinosaur and made my granddaughter into a little fairy, and then attached magnets to them for the refrigerators. It's a little craft that we did together. This is some of the art that I've done during that 5 or 6 month period. This is my youngest daughter's birthday. Also was around the time of Father's Day, so we kind of just put them together. And she is a single mother, so we celebrate her for Father's Day as well. And that's my husband's Father's Day, and so we celebrated both of those. This was our first sleepover with our grandson, who came and spent the night, and we just had a lot of fun and played outside after dark and made tents and art and ate yummy snacks. This is another day down at the river. Some more mushrooms and walks in the woods. This was on mine and my husband's 32nd anniversary. Since we were going to Alaska, we had decided not to do anything, make any big trips or anything for our anniversary. So what we did was he made us steaks and all the fixings, and then we went up on the mountain and hung out together. It was just a beautiful, beautiful night. This is a picture of my son and grandson hunting. Some more walks in the woods. This is another play day. My husband got in their little bitty pool, and they just dumped water all over him, and they just thought that was the best thing ever. And then we went to the park and played. Some more of their artwork. This day was another sleepover with my grandson, and so my daughter and I took them to a local state park and had some fun with that. Another strawberry event where we went to Wendy's and ate and came home and had strawberry floats, hummingbirds, and just had a good time. This was another play day, and I went and got them some water toys. Another day at the river. Some more stuff. This was Jubilee in June. This was our local town does an event where all-day event where they have live music and vendors and fireworks, and it's a big event for our local town. They have a parade, and so this is just documenting us in support of all of that. Good times. This is my oldest dog, Apache. I've since gotten a puppy, if you've heard him crying in the background. He was not in any of these pictures yet, so this is a card I got. My daughter sent me from Alaska. Another river trip. This was a day we went to a local restaurant where my daughter works. It's a bar and coffee shop. We hung out there, did some art. This is a trip where we were supposed to be able to see the Aurora Borealis a little bit here in our local area. And so we went to a lake to see if we could see it. We did not, but it was still a beautiful night. This was a trip that I took with my daughter and granddaughter to Fort Smith. They got a new kitten this year. These are a couple of very special girls to our family. They are family. We've known them, well, the youngest one, actually, when she came out of the hospital, actually came to my house. It was the first place she ever went. And they've been a part of our lives their whole lives. And so they live about an hour and a half away from us. So when they come to visit, the oldest one turned 19. So we did a birthday party for her. And then this is really funny. I had bought a used notebook at a local thrift shop. And this was the only thing that was in it. It says, "Dear me, I hate mom. She won't let me get an awesome song thrift shop." But guess what? It's called YouTube. My mom's so smart. Anyway, I just thought that was so funny that somebody had journaled that and ended up being in the thrift shop. So I kept that page because it was funny. Anyway, that is my flip through of my junk journal from May to September. I will be making a new junk journal soon, and I'll give you a flip through when I get that done. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. God bless you guys. Bye.